So I just met that guy who's got that Super Tenere. It was pretty cool, gave me his business card. Might hit him up for a ride. He said he's down usually for a good little ride or something on an afternoon. Yeah, there he is right there. Always nice to meet new riders. I've got like no rider friends, so it's always good to meet new people. Oh, the traffic. Yeah, it's a nice little Sunday afternoon today. About 15 degrees out. It's kind of windy, but still a decent day for riding. I'm gonna go right now. Yeah, so I guess this is my first Motovlog. See how it works out. Got the GoPro with the mic set up in the helmet. Did a little recording. Seems to work pretty good. Just picked up a Sena 20S headset too. That's pretty awesome. Play some tunes. Syncs up with your phone, so you can play music off your phone or FM radio. If you got like a group of riders and stuff, you can all like link your headsets together and talk while you ride. That's pretty cool. If I ever get any riding friends. It's cool, but I can't quite get the I don't know, you sort of like tap twice, double tap on the outside of the Bluetooth headset, and it's supposed to like prompt voice command or enable voice command or whatever, and I can never seem to get it with my hand or like finger. I'll just like tap on it and it does nothing. But then I've got this jacket on and it's got sort of like a collar on it, I guess, and yeah, on a windy day like today, it'll just like flap up the collar and it'll just keep on tapping the headset and it'll be like, say a command please. I don't know, like cancel. Then it would happen again, like say a command, be like cancel. It's like flipping out on the thing. So I have it off right now until I get, I don't know, different coat. I was gonna get the Climb Badlands Pro getup, like the jacket and the pants, but they discontinued it this spring because they're coming out with the new lineup, I guess, for spring 2015. So they discontinued the Badlands Pro, and now they're just coming out with they just call it the Badlands now. And I was gonna go there, but let's just go for a ride. Yeah, so they discontinued the Badlands Pro, and I'm waiting for their new lineup. They're calling just the Badlands, and they say like spring 2015 is when it's coming out, but I like checked and I phoned RevZilla and everything, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not expecting it to ship until early July. Like, okay, Climb, early July is not spring. Like, that's summertime, but you know, whatever. So I'm just kind of waiting on that. Until then, it's just, I don't know, being lazy with just jeans and a whatever, like a work jacket. But man, it's never windy today. Yeah, and I've got the Icon variant helmet right now, and it's pretty sweet. I like it. It's really good, like air movement inside the helmet with the visor and everything. Oh, and on a windy day like today, it's kind of crappy. Like, not so much from the side. I can get like a side wind or a crosswind, but if the wind catches like the front of the helmet, you get like up above your windscreen or whatever, Like, you can really buffet the helmet around pretty good. But, oh well, other than that, I like it. It looks pretty cool, too. Wish I was in California, where you can lane split. I'll get down there one day, see what it's all about. See what it's all about. It's the car wash I always go to. It's like just outside of town. So, and they like just opened maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. So, the place is all nice and new. It's pretty sweet. And it used to be like super quiet like all the time. It was awesome because it's only 15 minutes from my place. So, it's a quick little jaunt. You just go out of the city and like you miss all the traffic, and it's usually pretty quiet. But I guess since it was so nice and stuff, like quiet word got around, right? And now it's kind of picking up there, but it's still a pretty good place. New equipment. Bobcats, though. Not the greatest. Those little skid steers are fun. There we go. That was a fun game. Here we go. Reminds me of Mario Kart. Here we go! Gotta find like some sport bike riders. Make friends with some of those guys. Be fun. I mean, because everyone I meet who's like on a bike is usually like, I don't know, 20 years older than me. Like, I'm 24, so most of the people I meet are like in their 40s or whatever. And I mean, it's still cool, but I mean, it'd be nice to know someone a little closer to my age who'd want to go out for a ride. But yeah, that guy I met at the store in the parking lot seemed pretty cool. Maybe hit him up and go for a ride one evening or something like that. We can be best friends. Yeah, if I could find some sport bike guys, just like stalk them, find them out riding and follow them home, be like, hey, you want to be my friend? We can go for rides. I mean, that'd be cool. Like I mean, not pulling people back, but going out with some sport bike people would be fun. I think this thing could probably keep up. I mean, it's a 1200 GS. And like just last year they came out with their water-cooled boxer engine, and it added like 10 or 15 horsepower to the bike, so that was like a huge step up from the old oil-cooled ones that you see everybody riding all around the world, or like taking it across the country sort of thing. I don't know, sort of like BMW's 1200 GS was like the iconic adventure touring motorcycle or whatever, and then all the other manufacturers started like hopping on the bus, because I mean, you gotta keep up with the Joneses, right? Like you gotta put out bikes that people want, and like the adventure touring market has sort of like taken off, I guess. Like you cannot get one of these. Like, I bought this thing in February, and I met up with, well, there was a bunch of other motorcycles that were going to the legislature. It's like the government building for the province, and because it was the Canadian or Motorcycle Safety Association or something like that, that had their annual like rally, I guess, kick off to the season, where they have like all these rides and stuff, and they had like a poker derby and whatnot. But anyway, so they were there, but there was this Facebook group that this guy started, and it was to go there and like protest MPI, Manitoba Public Insurance, their ridiculous motorcycle rates, because it's like highway robbery here in Manitoba for like motorcycle insurance. Like to get a 600cc sport bike insured for the year, which I mean up here is like 4 or 5 months maybe of a riding season, you're paying like for a 600cc sport bike, like anything with fairings on the front, right? Like that's not a naked bike. You're looking at 2,500 bucks. Like, and that's ridiculous. And like this thing was like almost $2,000. This was like 1,900 bucks to insure for the summer. And yeah, anyway, so it's just ridiculous. It's been like that for a long time. And it's like the head person, the chairman or whatever of MPI that just doesn't like motorcycles, and they're sort of just bullying them off the streets, I guess. And that, like, more so sport bikes too, because motorcycle insurance has come down for like cruisers and Harleys and shit, but the sport bikes have just been going up and up. Like, it's ridiculous how much money you pay. Like maybe 7 years ago when I started riding, I just had a 250. Well, I've been riding it for like 6 years now, I guess. Well, it was a 250 Vespa GTS. It was a lot of fun to boot around on. Like, I loved it. Like, and right out of the gate, like if you're buying a scooter, you like fully understand that you're not gonna look cool in it, and you gotta, like, I don't know, just own it. Be like, whatever, I own a scooter. It's fun. And I bought it because when I first got it 7 years ago, insurance for it was like 400 bucks for the year, right? So, and in comparison, that same summer, I think we were in grade 12, one of my other friends bought a Honda CBR 125, so 125cc, half the displacement of my scooter. He paid like 2,500 bucks for the bike, and it cost him $2,300 to insure for the summer. Like, how do you justify that? Like, how do you justify charging someone that much money? Like, especially it's a 125, right? Like, it's a starter bike, tiny displacement, like, oh, anyway, ridiculous. But back on track. So we were at the ledge for this rally, and a guy made the Facebook group to protest the rates, so we were all gonna like show up in red, like red shirts, just to be like, you know, MPI is bleeding us dry, right? So it's supposed to be like red like blood. And yeah, there was only like 8 of us that showed up. 150 people like confirmed on Facebook that they were going, but I knew it wasn't gonna be that many people. But 8 people showed up. So we made it onto the news and everything, like, because that rally was on the news, that safety rally or whatever was on the news. And then we made it on there in our red shirts too, because we were just like in the crowd. And the dude that organized it like brought a megaphone or a bullhorn or whatever, and because one of the reps of MPI was there, so when the safety council guy introduced this MPI dude to come up to the mic, as soon as he got up to the microphone, like the dude who organized the protest, just like on this megaphone, just wouldn't let him talk. It was pretty funny. Like, some people got like pissed off and shit because, I don't know, it's like a safety rally, but like we did it at that venue because MPI was going to be there and there was a bunch of motorcycles, so it was good. We got like some TV time. Like, he was on the news, a short little interview on 2 different news networks, which is pretty good. That he got some FaceTime, and just he was there with the megaphone, and his wife was next to him holding the sign that said "Fair Insurance Now." Like, it's really ridiculous. So it's good that we got the message out there or whatever, because like people whine about it all the time, but nobody ever does anything. And then it's just all like the naysayers that like, oh, we should do this and blah blah blah, protest and whatever, and then people are like, oh, it's never gonna change, like that's not gonna change anything. But I mean, with that kind of attitude, you're not gonna change anything. Like, change sometimes takes, you know, rattling the cages, right? Like, so that was good. I'm glad I went. Like, so what was the point of all that? No idea. I could get off track really easy. Hey, it's a scooter! Whoop! Scoot, scoot! I think it's a Vespa too. That's cool. Scooter man. Yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling. Fine, don't wave. Jerks. Maybe because I'm associated with the scooter now. I don't know, like having started out on a scooter, I respect the scooter people. Like, whatever, as long as like they know what they're doing. But for like the 49cc or the 50cc or whatever, like up here you don't need your motorcycle license for, which I totally disagree with. Like even at the time when I was getting my motorcycle, like I still totally disagreed with the 50cc's not having to have a motorcycle license, because I mean, like, you need the training. And cool dude. It's like my dad's age, just rolling around on a scooter. It's pretty cool. Keep this information. He's riding close side, so I'll ride curb side. Make it look cool. Scooter, yeah. So, like, I disagree with not having to take the motorcycle licensing and everything for your 50cc. Like, if you're on two wheels pretending to be a motorcycle, like, you need to know how to ride, like, and in traffic and stuff. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. But here in Winnipeg, like, they do an awesome job. Like, I think ever since 2002 or something like that, like, you need to, it's a graduated motorcycle licensing. So, like, you get your beginners, and you can't ride with a passenger, and you can't ride at nighttime. And then to get your intermediate, you gotta, like, go back for a road test after like a year. Oh, that wind. After, I think it's 12 months or whatever, you go back and you take your road test, which is kind of cool. Like, they follow you in a car, and you get like a headset to put on, and they like give you directions from the car as they follow you, like turn right here or blah blah blah. It's pretty cool. And I mean, the guys at that motorcycle safety that do the rider training, they do a really good job, and like to teach you in the course. One of the hardest parts was like doing the, oh, I wish I could lane split. Just get it, just get in there, all the way to. Anyway, during the course, like one of the hardest parts, and it was really good too. Like, you're going slow, and you're just on 125cc, whatever they are. It's like a division of Buell, or a division of Harley Davidson called Buell, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so you're on like 125cc bikes. Sort of like learning how to shift, learning how to drive it around. You do like the classic like slow race where everyone starts off on like the starting line, and then the last person to get to the finish line wins. So that was cool, and you can't put your foot down. That was fun. I did pretty good on that. Anyway, the hardest part was going around, like, they made you do like a turn. This was like the last day of the training. It's like a whole weekend, man, of like training. It's really good. And so you have to like go around this curve, and then just randomly one of the instructors will just like blow the whistle, and then you have to like come to a complete stop while you're in a turn, which is like, if you haven't tried it, it's pretty intense, because you can't like stop while you're turning. Like, you can't use your front brake, right? So you gotta like straighten, like if you're riding around the curve, you have to like straighten your bike out, and then clutch in and brake and everything. It's really good. So yeah, what was I talking about? See, I told you guys I'm terrible with keeping my brain straight, keeping the train on the tracks. Maybe if I just get some acceleration here, I'll remember. Yep. So no, still don't remember. Okay, but anyway, so insurance is crazy, ridiculously expensive. They do a good job at the Mustang. Oh, nice sky blue Mustang pulling in. Oh, so nice. Another rider gave me the nod. I'm gonna give everybody the nod today. Haha! Everybody's nodding. Makes me feel special. Yeah, anyway, I just should start talking about something else, because I'm not gonna remember. He was probably just like screaming at the screen, like, that's what you were talking about, you stupid guy. He didn't nod. I think it's because I'm like multitasking while I'm riding and shifting gears and traffic and whatnot. I'll just blame it on that, why I'm getting off track. Oh yeah, they do a good job. Oh, another car. Nice. He's pointing, pretty sure he was pointing at me. Probably not, but Myron in my book. Oh yeah, so the high rates, okay, so here's my like solution to like not charging people like a ridiculous amount. I think he gave me a nod. Let's go catch up with him. Will you be my friend? I need a friend to ride with. Oh yeah, so my solution to like not charging riders like a ridiculous amount of money for insurance be like, so they have that graduated driver's licensing thing where, you know, you can't have a passenger, you gotta like, can't drive at night when you start out and blah blah blah. But like I think in Europe they do it where they've got like a displacement tacked on to your like graduated licensing thing. So if like, alright, let's say you get your beginners, you go to that safety course, they give you your beginners, can't ride with the passenger, can't ride at night, and you're limited to a 250cc. I think that'd be brilliant. Like, 'cause if you get, I don't know, one of the arguments of insurance being so high is like, I guess keep people off of sport bikes because they're fast and dangerous and whatever. And I mean, riding a bike is dangerous, but huge portion of that is like all these people, all these cars, these cages, the cagers. So you gotta kind of gotta like take, I don't know, the safety thing into your own hands. Like, you're pretty much responsible for your own safety on a bike. Well, you totally are. Like, someone cuts you off, you know, you gotta just like let it go. They can't be all pissed off and shit. Like, just keep level head and everything and just let it go. But you always gotta be on your toes, like, for sure. And you just assume that you're invisible, like nobody can see you, because like 9 times out of 10 in like an accident or whatever involving a motorcycle and a car, like, oh, I didn't see the motorcycle. So you just have to like assume that nobody can see you. And then, okay, I'm ranting again. So I guess this is what this is all about anyway, motovlogging. Just gonna rant about cars, rant about safety. But yeah, so I mean, it's up to you, the rider. Like, assume that nobody sees you while you're riding. All that good stuff. Lane splitting is a cool concept too. Like, I was, I don't know, watching videos and reading into it and shit. And in Europe, it's kind of a big thing. And then also, I guess California is the only place that I know of in the States where it's legal to lane split. So those of you who don't know, lane splitting, aka like you're driving on the dotted line, like in between cars. And I mean, not all the time, like there's varying degrees of like how far people take lane splitting and stuff. But I mean, if everybody stopped coming up to like a light or something like that, and you've got the room, like just slowly filter through. It's also called filtering too, where people call it that, where they just like filter through at a stoplight. So everybody will be stopped in traffic, and they'll just sort of like slowly filter through to the front of the light or the front of the line, right? And I mean, that's cool because I mean, it reduces congestion, and yeah, like it keeps you in the front of everything, and that is the safest place for a bike to be, is in front of all the traffic. Like if you're the first person in like the lineup of traffic or whatever, then you know you can put some distance between you and the other cars for the most part. I mean, that is the safest place for you to be on a bike. And yeah, so interesting concept. I mean, like I said, if I go down to California, I'll probably, where am I going? Where am I going? I don't know, I'm just riding. So yeah, interesting concept, lane splitting. Have to try it out when I get to California someday. Be a long trip. Be fun though. Nod. Everybody gets the nod. Alright, later guys.